Hello, soul family. Today, I want to talk to you about 5 different ways that you can identify which blocking beliefs are running in the recesses of your subconscious. Blah, ha, ha, ha. No, really. I'm going to walk you through some really practical and helpful ways to find those blocking beliefs. So let's take a look. Now, the first one that I like to use to see what blocking beliefs are running us are our triggers. When you are triggered by something, oftentimes the thing that's triggering you is triggering you because it hit this wound. It's like we already have these wounds in our body, things that happened in the past. And those wounds have with them beliefs and they're there ready to be triggered. And when someone touches it because they do or say something that's familiar and that feeds that belief that was there already, then it really hurts. And then we react in our way of reacting when we're triggered. That can be a number of different ways. We might have anger outbursts. We might get silent or withdraw, run away. There's a lot of things we do when we're triggered. But these triggers are helpful. Triggers are good in terms of how we can use them to heal. So use your triggers to heal by looking at what belief might be underneath. What is it that's triggering you? We're talking about when it's not warranted, when the reaction is stronger than the stimulus, or it feels like it's out of proportion. So when you're triggered and it's out of proportion, start to look at what belief might be underneath that. So if it's out of proportion, my anger and my feelings of hurt, I might have a belief like I'm not important, or people don't care about me, or I'm invisible. So really look at that and you'll feel in your body which one's true for you. So that first process to identify your blocking beliefs is to look at and use your triggers as a source of part of your healing journey and discovering those beliefs. Number 2, you might actually be aware of a belief and you've been working on a belief and you're actually really frustrated because this belief just won't go away, But this is good news, because if you're working on it, it's likely, again, that you have removed one of those layers of the onion. You're getting into the middle of that labyrinth where that juicy gold is. So have faith. Keep working with this trigger. It still needs to be heard. That just means that whatever it needed has not been fully met. There's some attunement. There's some recognition or deep hearing that hasn't happened yet. So write that down. This is one of my big blocking beliefs that really needs some love and some attention, because I've worked on it a couple times and it's still here. I'm looking at my patterns, but also recognize, is it a little less charged than the time before? If you have already committed to not react when this happens and you find yourself reacting, is your reaction less, like the intensity or the duration? And maybe each time you work on it, you actually do remember to do whatever tool you were going to do to respond rather than to react to a stimulus that usually causes you a charge. Maybe you find that you're able to start to have a little bit of space between it, where like the thing happens and you want to react and you have a breath and then you react, but you had some space. So that is progress. Have faith. You're getting to the center. You're getting to that clarity that you've been looking for. So keep on keeping on. Number 3 is similar to number 2. This is what I call circular healing. And it's a different way of looking at number 2. Just see your healing as circular. It's in this pattern of healing, taking off one layer and then going in deeper and removing one layer and going in deeper and then removing one layer. So number 2 and 3 are very similar, just really having faith that you're getting to that core nugget. Number 4, automatic thoughts. I want you to start to notice, what is your automatic mechanism? What are those automatic thoughts? Those thoughts that happen as soon as an event occurs. Somebody doesn't text you and boom, your mind says, she doesn't care. You don't get a call back, boom, he's leaving me. So you're going to see that these all give you information around what belief is underneath that. So start to notice those automatic thoughts and get curious around what belief is underneath the automatic thought. Number 5, then what? I like this method because it's kind of fun. You basically ask yourself, then what? So let's say you're really nervous about something. You're nervous about a project that you're working on and you feel like you gotta get it perfect. You're staying up late at night. You can't sleep. It's occupying all of your thoughts. and you don't know why, like you're feeling so anxious about it, but this is something consistent in your life. Whenever there's a project on the line, you get extra anxious, even beyond what seems like it would be appropriate for that situation. So ask yourself, then what? So think about the worst case scenario in that situation. For example, okay, I flop. The project isn't as good as I hope. Then what? Then I get bad reviews. Then what? Then I'm seen poorly. Then what? Then maybe I'm fired. Then what? Then I'm a loser. Then what? Then the world's going to see me as not worthy, like as nothing. Then what? Then I'm alone. So in a way, you can see that that anxiety is stemming from this fear of being alone. That's like, oh, if my value is connected with my performance, if I don't perform, I'm not going to matter. I'm going to be alone. No one's going to see me. I'm not going to have worth or value, because that is my value, my performance. And it might have a different core. It might be around I'm unworthy. And these are beliefs that we can heal by these approaches that I'll talk to you about in other videos. So this step is to just really look at ways in which you can figure out which blocking beliefs are running you. Because once you know them, then you can run them more than they can run you. When you have awareness of your blocking beliefs, there's so much power because you can do things about them. But when they're in the unconscious and they're running you, it feels so frustrating. It feels like things just aren't going the way you want. So this is great. This is really good. Start to get to know your blocking beliefs, and then we can befriend them and we can heal them, and all the juiciness of life is ours. So yes, check them out, discover your main blocking beliefs, and we'll go from there on how to work with them. Take good care of yourself. From my heart to yours. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, I'm here to tell you that I would really love it if you subscribe to my mama's channel. Can you do it? Subscribe. Thank you.